Yeah, more than everyone. Yeah, both teams are very good nations. We know the quality both of them have. As you said, I've played recently against PSG quite a few times in the leagues and in the Champions League, but I think international football is a different level. But it always helps to know and be familiar with who you're going to play against. So I'm looking forward to both games.
Yeah, fully fit at the moment, fully available for all games, all training. I've been able to get myself in pretty good shape back at the club. I've been available for everything. I haven't missed any training sessions, and I've been sort of progressing with how I feel in myself, and then translating that to playing games and getting back up to being sharp and being ready. And I feel like when I feel physically good, I can perform, and I'm just looking forward to hopefully getting the chance to do that in this camp. There was a lot of concern for me, to be honest. I mean, when you try it, obviously I had surgery on my knee. The rehab didn't go as smoothly as I hoped it would. So even when I came back and I was kind of trying to train and play, I still wasn't quite ready. Then I came out to my first camp in October and couldn't play then. Had to kind of take myself out, go back to club and still miss some time. So yeah, I mean, realistically, for me, I've not played a US game for over a year and a half now, I think. So there was no sort of certainty on my end that I was going to be fit and available and make it, because it just seemed like there was kind of no light at the end of the tunnel. But thankfully, I feel like I'm past that point now. Really excited to be back with the boys, and this is kind of my last opportunity to play games before the summer with the team and show that I can still contribute to the national team and do well. So I'm hoping I get the chance and I can give everything and put myself in a good spot.
Yeah, I think for every striker, the most important thing is to score goals. Luckily I've been able to do that, coming into camp, and we've been winning games at club, and it's been giving me confidence. So, my confidence is definitely in a good place coming into camp. In terms of these two games, of course, when you're building up to the World Cup, you always want to make a good impression, So I'm definitely looking forward to playing in these two games. And, I don't think I'm the sort of player to ever take anything for granted. So, I don't really try to look too far into the future about the World Cup. Just try to focus on now.
Yeah, a lot of different methods, kind of seeking outside help for my rehab and different opinions and stuff on how I could change up what I was doing to, get my physical condition a lot better, and I feel like that helped. And then, series of kind of injections and things like that to try and let it heal. And the club's been really good at like managing my load kind of earlier on in the year and responding well to when I got back and I played quite a lot of games quickly, to then needing to take a bit of a breather from then as well. So a variety of things have contributed to that. And then obviously for myself, I try and off the pitch make sure I'm doing as much as I can to be in the best physical shape. The first person at the training ground, because I know I need to do a lot in the gym before I train. Of an evening when I put the kids to bed, I'm doing more stuff to try and get myself in good shape. So yeah, it's been a long road, but I'm feeling really good. I felt good in training this week, and I'm happy to be where I am now.
Yeah, the Championship's a really, really tough league. It's super competitive. I was there for 6 months, and there's a lot of benefits for a striker to play in a league like that. So, I think I've seen him just on social media as well. He's picked up good form in pockets, and he's a really, really top striker. And we're looking forward to also having him here and to seeing how he does in the game. So I'm very, very happy for him, and I think the Championship's a great league for any young striker to develop.
I'd say the more for Tim, it's easy. He's been in most camps, so you get kind of familiar with what you need to do and what the expectations are, the standard and the level of training. And I've been in and out, but luckily getting to see it in October and having a few training sessions, seeing kind of where everything was at, and then this camp just kind of seamlessly fitting back in. And you get told pretty quickly if you're kind of not doing the right things and. In training, whether that's like a little bit of intensity at some times or anything like that. So it's been pretty easy to pick up, and kind of I feel like I've not missed any time at all being back with the guys, to be honest.
Yeah, I think the staff we have with the men's national team is going to be important for that period when you finish the season and you're kind of preparing for the World Cup. I know they're taking it extremely seriously. They're doing a lot a lot of tests on us to see, you know, how our bodies react after games, you know, what condition we come into camp, so they know us very well. So I think for me, you know, as a player, you know, I try to just allow them to do their job. You know, they're gonna give us a program on how to manage ourselves, and you know, I think it eases my mind as a player just to, you know, focus on finishing my season properly. And then, you know, in preparation for the World Cup, you know, I'm sure they'll give us the right information.
Yeah, like you said about the staff, they're kind of incredible with their approach to how we prepare for games. They're going to make sure that we have every sort of facility and tool we need to feel good, whether it's equipment, whether it's, you know, programs or advice for any issues anyone might have. So I know they're going to be doing that sort of stuff in the background, and you know, all of us, we still have kind of big seasons to finish at club level too. So that kind of marries hand in hand with wanting to finish the club season strong, so that you go into the World Cup confident, feeling good. And yeah, there's not really a break. I mean, we play our last game, I think, May 24th or 25th, and then I'll be flying out to US the next day if I'm selected. So there's not really a turnaround of, I'm going to have a period of time off that I need to kind of look after myself. Like, anyone who's meeting up is going to be there straight away and straight in with the team and prepping. There's been a lot of media demands, you know, depending on if you've been in camps or not. So some of the guys like me, who I wasn't at November camp, so I've had a bit more to do. And to be honest, luckily it's not been too long, but you just kind of get through it, because the importance of this trip isn't really the media stuff. It's prepping on and off the pitch and making sure we put in 2 performances against very good opposition, and kind of sending the message that we can compete at the top level and show teams who are coming to, you know, our home soil that we're a team to be scared of and be afraid of what we can do.
Ya que nos encontraste, no nos pierdas.
Suscríbete al canal de YouTube de Telemundo Deportes.